How's it all going, guys? Deeks is back, all about Truvis number 58. Now, I am back, but my back is still a bit dodgy, but I'm getting to the stage now where I can return to life as per normal, fingers crossed. And I've got about 60 balls in front of me. Now, I'm not going to bombard you with them all to start with. I've got 14 that I'm going to share with you today. I'll also give you an update on the Truvis lab in the garden, how that's going. But without further ado, let me start with the first 6 balls who were sent to me by Joel. First batch I think I've ever had from Joel. So thank you so much for helping me with these. And you can all help along at home as well, because 3 of the 6 are unknowns as far as I'm concerned. If you can identify them, please let us know down in the comments. But the first one we all know. And the first one is the Arnold Palmer ball, but it's with the number 29. Now, I've already got the number 61, which I think is the rarest one. Then you've got this one, which is the 29. And I'm also doing a deal with Cal for the number 7. So I'll have all of them. But I don't usually like to go for the different variations of them. But with this one, because I had the 61 and then I got the 1. Then I've got the 29 and then I've got the 7 coming. So, but again, it's a stunning ball. We like that one. So the next 3 are unknown, but they're all pretty smash. First one is this one here, which is kind of gone like a blue wave. It's blatantly a C. I'm guessing maybe some kind of telecommunications with the number 2020. There's a lot of blue balls out there with kind of circular, whether it be wispy waves or circles or rings, and this one's just going to look knockout on the shelf with the rest of them. Next one, I thought it was the SEM group, but the more I look into it, I don't think it is the SEM group in red. The SEM group is a blue ball, and I thought this was a variant, but actually is EES. I'm guessing something engineering services. They seem to be in the market for Callaway at the moment, like engineering companies, manufacturing companies. So EES, I'm guessing, is one of these, but it's a really, really nice, clear looking ball. EES in the shape of a cube, nice and punchy. Next one is a lime green ball. This one is very, very slightly discoloured, but I had to have it because it's lime. And it's just, all it is just like an electronic something. I'm guessing it's some kind of email or electronic something. But it's a really, really nice ball. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Next one is really easy because it says it on it. It is the outline of Vermont, which is, as you should all know, is a state in the USA. You've got the map of Vermont with VT. Really, really nice ball. They're doing these with New Hampshire. What other ones have we got? Maine. I'm guessing the New England Callaway rep has gone a bit crazy. But this is a really, really nice ball. Sometimes with the green pens they can get a bit boring, a little bit samey. But this one, punch out, VT, Vermont. 802, guessing it's the area code. Last one I had to look up, and it's from Bismarck in North Dakota, and it is the University of Mary. Private university. Didn't read too much into it from there, but it's a ball that I've seen about for ages, but never managed to get hold of. But Joel was able to sort me out with this one, and it's just one that I've wanted for ages. So Joel, these are the 6 that you've got me. Thank you so much. So the next few, let's go with this one first. This one was sent to me by Brian. Brian's relatively new in the community, but I think he's been collecting for some time. He recently played Woodhall Spa, and they have got the new version, which is this. Now, I don't have the other one to hand, but the other one had Woodhall Spa written on it all, and it was quite samey, but this one is so much better. They removed Woodhall Spa and they've just left it with their logo, and it can't tell you how much of a nicer ball this is. I know having Woodhall Spa kind of backs up the marketing and the advertising and things like that, but as something to look at, this version is stunning, and I'm really thankful for Brian for helping me out with this one. Next one is one that Peter sent me. It is Bearwood Lakes, which is another UK ball. This one is a little bit, I don't know, it gets a little bit lost. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of letters. When you've got the pen, you've not got a lot to play with. Bearwood Lakes is readable when you go up close, but I reckon when it's on the shelves among hundreds of others, I don't think this one is going to punch very much. But it's nice to have another one for the collection. Bearwood Lakes. This one I sourced from Phil. I believe this was part of the mass purchase that he made, which I believe he has now shifted. Well done to everyone that helped reduce the size of that influx of balls, shall we say. But this is a Hawaii ball, which is Kukio. Now, the majority of Hawaii balls are stunning. You know, you think of I can't think of any. Puakea, you can think of Maulani. You can fill in the blanks there. But this one is probably the only one that really doesn't do anything for you. It's just black and it's got the white logo, but the white logo is so faint. It looks like someone holding a surfboard, but you really can't tell. So yes, it's in my Hawaii collection and it's there, but it is probably the least aesthetically pleasing of all of the Hawaii balls, but we need it nonetheless. Kukio. The next one I also believe was Phil, and it's Sunningdale, which is another one in the UK. There is a Sunningdale in the US, but this is the UK version with the number 1900. Really straightforward ball, just a nice tree. But to be fair, that's all you want it to do. You don't want it to do too much, and they've gone simple. They've not put Sunningdale Golf Club. They've not tried to be special. They've just gone with the logo, and it really works. The next four are all from Siegfried. Thank you so much for sourcing these. And the first one we're going to start with is maybe one of the best Truvis out there, but in the same vein, it's also one of the worst. And it's the Mercedes ball. Now, it is such a recognizable brand. It says everything. Everyone can recognize it. And therefore, this ball should be absolute jewel in anyone's collection. But the thing is, when you've got a collection, you want to be able to see what you're looking at. And this is very, very faint. And you just can't help thinking that Mercedes spend billions on marketing every year, their cars, etc. And they've kind of done us a massive disservice with this Truvis. So Mercedes, I know you're not watching, but let's say one of you are bored, you're in a train station, you work for Mercedes. If you're going to do another lot of Truvis, please can you bring something bigger, bolder and bright to the table, because this should be one of the best balls in my collection. And the only reason that it isn't is because it's so faint, you can almost not see it. So Mercedes, bit of marketing experience from someone that has absolutely no marketing experience whatsoever. Sig, thank you for sourcing this one. And another one that you sourced from me, this was from a guy on eBay in Hawaii, and he had loads of balls, and he had the Carnapali, the whale tail, but in the solid blue. So the black and the blue one is the famous one. That's the one that we've all seen, all loved. And they've moved on to the dark blue version now. And to be honest, it is just as stunning as the last ball. They could have just gone with the lighter blue from the first one, but actually using the second one, it's a really nice touch. I think moving away from the black pen was a really big yes for them. And sticking with this blue made it different, it made it new, and it made it vibrant. Really like that one. Next one does exactly what it is on the tin, and it's the Canada ball. And the Canada ball was tricky to get hold of, but Siegfried did a bit of spy work and managed to secure some for the community. But it's a really, really nice ball, and the pen is on the outline, and inside is white. So it's kind of like an empty pen, but there's enough going on in there so you can see that it's 3 stars in Canada, and it's just one of those balls that you just think, do you know what, they've done that spot on. Really, really nice ball. It is a stunner, Canada. Now the last one, I have to admit to being really, really fortunate. And the reason why I want to say that is because I'm part of a community now where we look out for each other, and if we see a ball out there that we know someone else wants, we contact them, we let them know. There's been a few balls recently that are quite rare that have resurfaced. The skull and crossbones one, which is one of them, and within minutes of me seeing them, I reached out to Dan, I reached out to Jesse, and I know I helped Grant identify it as well. But they had 4 of them, and we managed to get them in the hands of a collector, not of someone that was just going to buy it and sell it for 10 times what it was worth. Actual people that covet them in their collection. And now that we are looking out for each other, I think all it can do is help. All of the solid pence that we got in the last episode, that was from Peter Peter's friend going over to Sweden, securing 3 dozen from Dimbo Golf and relaying them to the community rather than putting them on eBay for top dollar and making us all pay through the nose. So being part of the community is something that I'm really thankful for, and I would never have got this next ball if it hadn't been for the community. And it is the Steph Curry ball. Now, why am I thankful for having this, apart from the fact it's exceptionally rare? But this has come into my ownership simply because Scott had one, and when Siegfried, I've got a mint one. Siegfried didn't have a mint one, but he wanted the mint one, so he's got the mint one, and he has let me have this one. Now, for all intents and purposes, there is a mark there. It was a bit bad when Siegfried sent it to me. I've cleaned it up a fair bit. There's still a scuff. But when it's on the shelf with the money shot, I've got the Steph Curry ball. It looks mint. It's absolutely fine. Only I and Siegfried and everyone watching at home will know that there's a scuff. But really, it's mint. It's brand new. It's rare. And I'm so fortunate to have something like this. I can't tell you, over the last 7 weeks while I've been sat doing nothing with a bad back, I've not been able to use a mouse, I've not been able to play on my computer, I've simply just sat and watched the world go by. And the only thing, there's 2 things that have kept me going. One is music. I've really got back into my music. And 2 is the community. We've all been talking, we've all been looking out for each other. And Siegfried's just put the icing on the cake there by looking out for another member of the community. He could have easily just put that on eBay, and he could have probably got, I don't know, maybe $50, $60, you know, but he knew that it was a ball that I wanted, and he helped me out. So I just want to say that I really, really appreciate the community out there, and I just really hope we can keep going from strength to strength. I try all the time to look out for balls that I know people are looking for, and I can't tell you how grateful I am when people return that to me. I'm very, very lucky. So thank you so much for spending the last 13 minutes and 23 seconds with me. I'm so glad I can do these, and as I said, I've got another 4 dozen to go through. So all about Truvis is going to be a pretty heavy part of your November. But for this time, thank you so much. All about Truvis 58 is done. See you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.